God, the sound of that car, man. It's a beautiful car, amazing. And I gotta say, today is a special day. This car has a lot of machinery done to it, a lot of machining. Today I'm gonna show you where everything happens. We're gonna visit Ollies today. Not a lot of people get to come in here and do a walkthrough. They film crews want to come in and do this stuff. We're lucky because I'm part of the family, to say the least. So let's do a walkthrough. Follow me, and we'll learn some history. I'm going to show you everything I can. I do spend a lot of time here, and I find it very interesting what makes these cars turn. So I'm learning a lot. Tim is just amazing. He spends time with me, explains everything. I kind of understand it. I have not put my fingers on anything really important yet, but I have done stuff on cases, sizing, that kind of stuff. I can't even imagine how long it takes to start turning on the machines. So let's just do a quick walkthrough. I've got a couple of motors in here right now. We'll show you that. So let's come on through. Let's go check it out. So you can see the place is simple. I mean, it's very simple, okay? Let's come on in. Okay, here's the office. You can see all these cool, look at this. That's right, that's a 4-cam. I've seen 4-cams in here, and this stuff gets saved. Everything gets saved nowadays. And look at these vintage posters back. This stuff is so cool. I think a lot of people have seen this poster here before. All these early slant nose. We got one of these to do. Actually, I have a real 505 Porsche to do. So here's the office. This is what we got going on. We're gonna do a walkthrough here. This is the head area. You can see we got the cam towers up on their mill there, right? Here's all the, well, they're freeze plugs, but these things, they got to cut them down to fit size. There's another set. Heads are over here. I think I have my set of heads over here for the 3.6. We're 3.6, I was cut to a 3.8. We're putting that together now. Let's go through here. Okay. This here, these are the boxes with the parts in them that are ready, ready to go. They're clean. This is mine. Actually, this is Sean's motor. This is a 2.2 that we're going to make a 2.5 out of MFI motor. So we walk through here, and there's the. I got a couple of replacement heads, 3 set of heads they didn't like, so we got some more. They're going to cut for the MFI in those, and as you can see, the stuff they're doing here is just, I mean, they're saving motors that are just unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. So as we walk through here, this is the surfacing room. Let me show you this. Okay, so this is where the surfacing room. These machines, this has been restored. I'm gonna have to ask Tim how long ago it was done, but these machines, as you can see, they're very heavy, and they surface the way they should. There you go. Okay. And then we'll come out here. Over here, this is a welding area. Now, these cases come in with cracks, ears missing, or modifying. I had a aluminum case 65, and they convert them to put the later chain boxes on it. Then you can run your Carrera tensioners, which is really something else. So here's a case that's getting worked on. Okay, and here's the sandblaster there. This area here is the rods and rocker table here. That's where all this stuff gets done. Okay, and this is the one we just used this week. This right here actually checks the circumference on the bigger end of the rod, and then this is where they're honed. Yeah. So it's some neat stuff here. This machine here just came in. It's an older machine, as you can see, but it will get restored. And this is for the lifters. And a lot of these machines have been restored, and it's just, these machines that do this stuff are very special, and you just don't, toss them. This one came from a friend that did this for years, and now, like I said, it's getting restored. They were taking it apart, going to powder coat everything on it, and it'll go back together and go back into business. Yeah, absolutely. So here you go, the rods. Rods get done. And then let me go into here. These are just cases, pieces, halves. I've actually been here, and they've got a 8-cylinder. I've been in here with an 8-cylinder motor going. And let me get back here. You can see these case lines up. Okay, there's all their cases. Now, these cases are all being worked on now, presently. I have a case here.
I guess I've never measured it like that, but
A 2.
right.
That is my case. That's Sean's case right there. That's the one we're making into a 2.5 liter.
I'll try to see.
So let me get you another look at it. Here we go.
I'll have to ask a few people.
Get my shadow out of here. So this is why when guys, guys would call me up and they're like, "Hey, what's your time frame at Ollies?" And I'm like, "Well, you got a line here, and like I said, these are all getting worked on now, and now you kind of have an idea. But these are only the cases that are getting worked on now, that are getting close now. Okay, this is the pile of cases here that have issues that might need welding or special attention. So that's where these are getting lined up for. Okay, then they start over here. This area here is where they start. This is my other case here. This is Eric Larson's case. You can see right there. So that's his case. That is the 2.4 CIS 73.5 that I did a video on. That one's ready to go in the line. That hasn't been here too long. So that'll come through here, and then they'll come up through here. Like I said, if there's anything that needs to be done there, we'll go there, and then we get back over there. Okay, so here is where I've actually worked right here, and this is where we put the cases together, and then we check for the line bore, see if the line bore is good. And then here's your line boring machines here, right here, right here. And these machines, there's a lot of work that went into making these things to, do what they do. It's not, you just don't go buy these and, install them, and you got to do a lot to make them work correctly. Okay, so I'm going to walk through here. There's stands everywhere because they've kind of got like workstations, like different areas where things are going to go when they work on them. Here's the machines right here. There's a whole lineup of them right here. And the beauty of this is having so many of these, you don't have to you don't have to change each machine every time to do what what you're doing on that case. So I'm trying to explain this as best as I can. This is very, very technical stuff, but believe me. But I love coming here. I like coming here and watching these things go on. I try not to disturb Tim too much, but it's hard because I'm so curious about what they're doing, and I find it very interesting. And this is the assembly where the cases get put together, the plugs. This is kind of the where everything comes together. Where Andrew works here, and he puts all the studs in, and everything gets super cleaned up. And then there's a little camera. They crawl through all the oil galleys, make sure there's nothing, contaminants inside the oil ports. It's really cool. Is it our hot tank? This thing here is probably the best hot tank you can get. I know it's the best one in Lake Havasu, I guarantee that. Then we can walk through here. I've done a lot of stuff here. I've watched Tim do a lot of things here. This is as you can see, the crank area, all the cranks here. I know I have cranks here, I just couldn't tell you where mine are. And then we polish our cranks here. There's the polish tool hanging there, right there. Put the different type of belts on it to the abrasion that you want to run until you get your perfect polish. And I spent time here with Tim and showing me how to install the plugs, remove the plugs. It's very interesting. You just, the thing is you see a crank and you think, okay, you just polish it and you're good. But there's actually a lot to it. There's plugs, there's oil galleys. I mean, there's a lot to it. And when you bring something over here, it's not just clean it, polish it, and give it back to you. Everything is gone through. So there's really a lot to it, which I'm finding out really cool things about. And this is a mag. All right, when you check the mag, you put the dye on it. I've done this. Watched Tim do this a few times. So here's their board. Here's my card. You can see my card. I've got Lenny's motor here. I've got Sean's motor here. We're all aligned. So we're gonna actually pick up Lenny's motor today. His motor is a 3.6 liter. It's right up here. It's a 3.6 liter converted to a 3.8. So now I'm gonna run three 8 barrels on it. And you can see it was cut. They cut it for the oil rings, which are right here. And those will sit right in that groove there. And that's what seals that cylinder. And this is ready to go. This has been tumbled, and they've gone through it with the camera, made sure all the oil galleys are ready to roll. When they're machined, you can end up with little particles of shreds inside the oil galleys. And Tim just got this really cool camera. It's super small, and you run in there. And when you look through it, it's like you're looking into tunnels. It's really amazing, actually. So I love hanging out here. And I probably hang out here a lot, or maybe too much. There's a peek of that little car back there. And then we were talking earlier about this little car right here, little hot rod right here. This is George's car. He built that a while back. And I've seen this car. It's very cool. It's a very cool car. It's a cool picture. I think that's the only car in here that's not actually a Porsche, which is really neat. But I'm going to do a walk back. I'm going to walk back through the machine shop here. And I don't know what Tim is doing right now, but I'm going to, oh, he's still on the phone. Well, let's say hi to Andrew. So this is Andrew. Andrew's doing all the taking the studs out, removing them. Right now he's prepping the case.
Getting an inspection ready.
You're getting inspection ready?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I've got to put it apart, take everything out, the studs, and put the case back together,
Right.
it back, and then measure the bore as well, see where we're going at, and then
Right.
also see if there's anything else wrong with the case, any cracks or anything like that needs to get fixed.
Yeah.
Messed up holes. I mean, we re-thread them, we tap them.
Pulled threads, stuff like that. If once the case comes off of here, obviously if it needs a line bore, it's going to the line bore machine.
Correct.
And then that moves up the line, correct?
Yeah. So basically, we do an inspection. Once we get it inspected, we'll call you, the customer guys, as far as saying what needs to get done with it. And once we get an approval from you guys, it goes to our other crew over there.
Right.
I'm sure David will talk to you guys about that.
Yeah, yeah.
And, it's a little ways down there, but we'll get you guys going.
Yeah, awesome. Every nut and bolt comes off this case. Like I was telling you earlier about the cranks, it's such a process. It's not just clean it and do this and that and you're done. It's a whole process. Just removing all the studs and installing all those studs is a lot of work.
As thorough as possible.
Right.
Just because we like we love what we're doing here, and then obviously you guys love the stuff that we're doing here. So we appreciate all the stuff that you guys are doing for us.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, Andrew, thanks for talking with us for a little bit. I don't want to get in your way too much. I'm just trying to do a walkthrough and get going here.
Feel free.
All right.
The behind the scenes deal there.
Absolutely. Right on. All right. Well, thank you. Okay. So this is the lineup where they're going to come to, right about here. Yeah. See that? Yeah. So this is where they end up. Tim will come and grab one and take it to his location, and they'll work it. And that's it. These are just like spare pieces or half cases. And I was in here one time, and there was actually a case here half, and it had 4 holes in it. And I was like, wait a minute, there's 4 holes in this. Sure enough, 908. You don't see that. You don't see that anywhere. But guess what? It was here, and they kind of think I'm crazy because I grab it and I hug the case, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a 908, because it's just so rare. Anyhow, I'm gonna luckily get to say hi to Tim here, and let's see what he's got to say about how things got started and that kind of stuff. Okay, Tim, how you doing today?
Good. How about you?
Good. Just enjoying walking through your shop. I really appreciate you letting me do this. The amount of work that comes out of here, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate the work you do. It keeps me in business, keeps a lot of guys in business, and I know that you were swamped with work. But if you don't mind, I'd like to ask if you could, how things kind of got started.
Well, originally it was started with my uncle, and that's George Boley. And he was hired by Ollie back in, say, 1969, 1970. And they were just a general mechanic store out in Garden Grove. And Ollie specialized in mechanical fuel injections. That's what he was working on. He was trying to perfect it back in the day, a long time ago. And my uncle came to work for him, and they started just working on general vehicles, everything. And one day they had a customer walk in with a set of heads for a Porsche, and they asked him if they could work on the heads. And my uncle, he said, yeah, why not? So he
didn't know what he was starting.
He didn't. He had no idea what it was going to turn into.
Yeah, exactly.
But, they worked on the heads, and word got around. And next thing you know, people started bringing more and more stuff. And finally, they were working on VW at the time, and they started working on the Porsche. And finally, they had so much Porsche work, they stopped working on the Volkswagen because they couldn't differentiate between the two different jigs, two different things. So they just started working on only Porsche, and they've been doing it ever since. It's just been a monster ever since. I mean, it just grown and grown and grown.
Absolutely. I remember when I first got my first car. It's been over 20 years. I remember seeing you guys' little ad in Excellence magazine, and it's like a classic little ad, and everybody would see it. I remember seeing it, and I'm like, oh, these guys are awesome, and thank goodness I moved here in Lake Havasu, and I'm right up the street. And I know I hang out here probably a little too much, but every time I come in here, man, you guys are like willing to show me and spend a little time showing me how this stuff works. And I really,
that's just 'cause we're going to put you to work.
Eventually, I imagine, I imagine eventually. But it's just really cool to be around here and see all this stuff. So
it is, it's fun. It's a challenge. Sometimes you get projects in here that are.
I've seen your challenges. I've seen some challenges.
And then other times it's just general work. The problem is there's so much of it. It takes us time to get it done.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's only Andrew and I right now. So we've got our work cut out for us. So
I know. I've seen some stuff in here that I can't believe that you're saving, because we save everything now because we have to.
Yep.
It's got a number on that case, and that means everything to a guy now with a classic car. So we appreciate your hard work and saving stuff that you do. And like I said, again, I can't thank you enough for letting me walk through here. I talk to my customers and I tell them what it's about. Now they get to actually see what it is. And we're going to let you guys get back to work. Thanks for talking with us for a little bit.
Yep. Enjoyed it.
And I'm going to grab my 3.8 case. I went over that a little bit already, and I'm excited to start building that. So we will.
That'll be a fun build.
That's going to be a fun build. They're all fun builds. So anyways, okay, very good. All right, guys. Andrew, we're going to go ahead and get out front. Thanks for talking with us for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. You'll probably see me a little later.
We'll get more work done if you.
I know. I'm sorry. I owe you 15 minutes. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Awesome. Okay, so this is the board. This is where, like I said, this is where all the names are, and this is all the work orders that are going to get done, and This has just been great. This has been great. So, and I like to thank my wife here. She's the one that was holding the camera on my way in. She's just kind of hanging out here, and she's my beautiful wife, Leah. Say hi, Leah. Hi. Hey. All right. So we're going to walk out now, and I'm going to take my 3.8 and go home. So let's go. So here we go. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Well, I'm going to grab that case, head out, drive the beautiful car home again, and we're going to do a full service on this car. It's here for a valve adjustment and all that. I've got some miles on it now where I want to do everything on it. I got to adjust the emergency brake a little bit from when I'm driving it. I get to drive and see what this car needs as maintenance wise and that kind of thing. So this is really special for me to walk through here. And I've been talking about doing this video for a little bit now. It's a little longer, but you can't walk to this shop and just make it that short. It's an amazing shop to me. So anyways, there you go. Thank you for watching. Hit your subscribes. Let me know what you think. And I will hopefully be doing another video at the interior shop that I use, which is in Palm Springs. Right now we're in Lake Havasu, Arizona, about 3 blocks from my house, which I love being so close. Anyways, thank you guys. We'll catch you later.